Breathes is an application made by the collaboration of students from Mississippi State and Boise State University. The app helps guide students with emotional disorders through a simple breathing exercise in order to help them de-escalate from any uncomfortable or intense emotions. After that, they'll be asked to reflect on their emotions. I'm Momo, here to guide you through the app, but first, let's meet our GIMM developers. In the planning stage, Rebecca acted as team lead. She helped organize times, she made a wireframe, and she also decided our scope. Jeffrey and Gamma both helped create one of the 3 initial wireframes, and they helped flesh out ideas when it came to us. Kenji brought in great ideas like noise cancellation and the breathing exercise, while Kayla acted as the meeting's note taker and concept artist. Before we begin, let's check out the final wireframe. This is a process that goes through picking your guardian character, learning how to take deep breaths, putting practice into action, and then journaling. The journal, depending on the emotion clicked, will explain to the user what they might be feeling. Users may either do another breathing exercise or relog emotions after initial process is complete. There will also be a login for teachers and guardians so they may have access to the emotion logs. The next section is interviews from the team.
And then when it became time to actually start coding the project, I primarily worked on the facial recognition aspect of the code. To do this, I used Apple's AR kit and its ability to track facial expressions. And so now the app can recognize when the user is breathing in and when the user is breathing out, based on their facial expressions. I also incorporated the character animation that Kayla made into the scene. To do this, I used the FL animated image library found on GitHub.
Hello, I'm Jeffrey Park, and for this project, I was primarily doing 2 things. Initially, I worked on one of the wireframes that we created to showcase some of the different elements that we'd include in the app, from the basic layout of our start screen, a selection screen, and just where we'd put each element. For these buttons, I primarily created them to take us through multiple different view controllers, and by doing so, it helped showcase where those elements that I previously implemented into a wireframe would go, as well as move on to get us into our actual AR element and essentially make the app function like an actual app.
I am Gamma Gamble, and for this project, in the beginning, during the ideation stage, I worked on coming up with concept sketches and as well as a wireframe for our app. Later on, during the development part of our project, I focused on the UI for the breathing aspect of our project. Later on, during the development stage, as I said before, I worked on developing the UI, where I mostly focused on developing the progress bar. Purpose of the progress bar was to have a visual representation of the pace and time that the kids should be breathing. So it goes up for 4 seconds, pauses, and then goes down for 4 seconds. It also has text that indicates when they should be breathing in and when they should be breathing out. To do this, I took the already developed Apple progress bar and then added a bunch of modifiers to make it visually more interesting as well as easier to see and fit better in the screen.
My name is Kenji Bacha, and my focus during the development of the app was on programming the background volume meter that signals if the space the user is in is over a certain threshold. The intention being that it would prompt the user to move to a quieter place to help calm down. It was during another client meeting that, while discussing a method of sound recognition geared towards recognizing breathing, it occurred to me that we could use that sort of audio recording to also help determine if the environment was promoting the calmness that we were hoping to impart to any student needing to take a breath.
When we first started discussing about what this product will be, our clients said that they wanted to have cute guardian characters, as well as a breathing exercise and a place where they could journal. Thus, after 3 wireframe iterations and a lot more feedback, I created the final wireframe. In the production stage, I mainly focused on creating the animations for the guardians. I primarily worked on the guardian Momo, which she has animations like talking, breathing, and also transitions to go between her various poses.